Hello everyone. This video we're going to talk about the outdoor PoE injector. So what's a PoE injector? Well, this is a regular PoE injector usually when our main network's data source cannot supply power and we still want to use the power over Ethernet technology. Then we'll need an injector to help us inject the power to the Ethernet cable when it's going to our IP devices on the edge. So a outdoor PoE injector is a kind of a special device. You can first see the metal casing here. This gives it the ability to exist in rainy or stormy environments. Also, the dust will be impenetrable as well. Also, you can see that the power supply is built outside of this PoE injector. What's special about that is, our normal PoE injectors, the power supplies are built in, and it's like a very independent device. And this seems a lot of messy, but the good thing is, when the power supply is built outside, it gives it a wider range for its temperature duration. So this means because most of the PoE injectors need to be industrial grade, be used in very hot or cold environments, making the power supply outside of the injector allows it to exist down to negative 40 degrees Celsius and up to 75 degrees Celsius. So even like in hottest places or coldest places, it can function without troubleshooting all the time. And injector, one side goes with the data that connects with the main network system. The data goes in here, this side, and then the PoE Ethernet cable, the data injected with power goes out from this side. So it's pretty easy to understand what the injector does, and are also waterproof and usually outputs 60 watts of power. There's many models, you can choose lower voltages. There's something else special about this outdoor PoE injector. So right here I have a wireless bridge. You guys can see, if you're familiar with this is like a signal receiver and projector for if two bridges are connected, the wireless signal can transmit to each other within like kilometers. The good thing about the PoE injector is when it's connecting this high power panel tilt zoom camera with this wireless bridge and the injector. Most wireless bridges, they run on 24 volts of power, and this big camera right here will need more power than that to make it function properly. The PoE injector right here can be compatible with this and that. So these two devices can all be compatible with the power injector. So the outdoor PoE injector, when imagine that the wireless bridge is plugged in a 24 watts power source. So 24 volts, it's not enough for this panel tilt zoom camera, but once we attach the power injector to this setup, it can receive power from 24 watts power supply and boost it up to 48 watts, which is totally enough for this panel tilt zoom camera. So even though if in some conditions our power outlet is like only 20 volts around that, and our edge device requires more power than that, this PoE power injector is a really good solution for solving this problem. And the installation is really easy. I'll show you guys. So imagine this is where we receive all our data. So this is our data source, and power is not enough, so we plug this to this end where the data goes in. So this port, the data goes in, and now we need a port for the camera. So now I have an Ethernet cable for our panel tilt zoom camera. Plug it in this side where the PoE comes out. And once connected, everything you can see the panel tilt zoom camera is self-checking it. And then our whole functioning operating system is set up. So it's really easy. And just to make sure, because we're going to set this injector outside of our house or what factory, whatever facilities we want, we have to make sure that the waterproof is tightly sealed so no water and dust can enter it. And also make sure that the power budget, like I mentioned, is matching so that our edge device can work properly, and make sure always the edge device to be PoE compliant to make sure it can work on a PoE system. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you guys have any more questions about setting a system up like this, you can leave them questions at the bottom section, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.